Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will spend about half an hour discuss the paper 1 question for trial exam SPM. So this video is meant for Form 4 and Form 5 students. Okay, for every question in paper 1, there is a concept behind the question. So you need to practice so that you can memorize the concept. Alright? I'm sure many of you can't recall the concept. So when you can't recall the concept, you actually cannot start the question, right? So for you to do well in paper 1, you have to keep on practice, alright? And try to understand the concept, and after that you have to recall and memorize the concept. So the only way to memorize is keep on practice. So every day you try to do additional maths for about 10 to 20 questions. Alright, let's have a look at this question number 1. So you are given a function fx equal to 2 over 3 plus x. This is a Form 4 topic, right? Form 4 topics function. Okay, so the question says the x cannot be equal to p, and p is a number, a constant. So you're asking to find the value of p. So for any function, when you have the denominator with the x, so you have to define the range of the x or the values of x so that the function can function or the function can be defined. Alright, define means that the function can produce a image when you put in the object. Understand? So look at the denominator. It comes with a 3 plus the x. There is an x there. So then, if let's say the denominator equal to 0, then x will be equal to negative 3. So for any function, if the denominator is with the x, so we need to make sure we state the condition of the x. Okay? Because if the denominator equal to 0, alright, so the function cannot function. We can say that it's undefined function, alright, meaning that you cannot find the value for the fx, alright. So in order to measure the function with the denominator with the x, okay, we say y, we always see up and down. It should be down part, right? So we will shade the range of x in green color because the question is asking the range of values of x. So the x should be more than equal negative half and less than equal 1. So it's always continuously, alright, if it's at the middle. And then your inequality sign have to follow the question. If there is an equal, so you also have to follow, alright? So that's about the inequality. Now let's go through this question. The speed of a particle v meter per second traveling from point y to z, a time second, after leaving y is given by v equal to 6t minus t squared. The particle starts from rest at y and comes to rest at z. Find the time interval when the particle has a speed greater than 1 to 5, right? So again, just to remind you, the inequality sign have to follow the question. Alright, so the range of t is from 1 to 5 is the answer for this one. Okay, so always remember, when the a is positive, you will have a u shape. Alright, u shape. Alright, next one is the logarithm and indices equation. Let's have a look of the solving the equation a 27 with the power negative log 3y equal to 64. There is a negative there, and you have another log equation with the different base. So I'm going to explain to you how to solve this question. Let's have a look together. So first of all, when you see you are having base 27, normally we will try to take log with a base 27. We say take log base 10 sometime, right? So now you cannot take log the question. So it looks very simple now. So the negative you can bring up again, because now you are solving equation. When you do logarithm equation, you must make it one term at the left and one term at the right with the same base. Alright. Now the left hand side is okay, one term, but the right hand side you are having log 27. The base is not base 3, so we need to change to base 3. So you will have log 3 64 over log 3 27. 27 is 3 power 3, so the moment you change a base for any log, you will get a number, and that number is the power. So log 3 64 over 3, you can write log base 3 64 over 3, no problem. And the 3 you can bring up, or you want to times to the other side, also can, up to you, the same. It's just that if you bring up, it become 1/3, right? Okay, now I bring to the left, so be log 3y negative 3, right? Equal to log 3 64. Now you're having the same base, right? So you can just equate the y negative 3 equal to 64, right? So now you are having 1 over y equal to 64. So okay, we cross multiply, will be y3 is 1 over 64. So the y is 1 over 4 to the power 3. So you can say y is 1 over 4, or you can say y is 4 negative 1. There is a negative 1 there, please don't forget. You have to write 4 to the power of negative 1, right? Okay, so finally the answer for y is 1 over 4 and not 4, right? Okay, so let me show you why is not 4. So you see, when you write the y, 3 is 4 negative 3. So you should say y3 is 4 negative 1 bracket 3, right? And then y is 4 negative 1, right? And 4 negative 1, you bring down the power, it will be 1 over 4, right? So this is very interesting. Okay, right? So we have managed to solve one of the most challenging question for logarithm. So, but it's actually good because you can apply all the laws in one question. Okay, so now we proceed to the other one. Right, and this is the power, 1/3 is my x. So you just focus to the pattern. So x is the power and the base is the a, which is 125. Now I'm going to write n, which is the purple color one. So I just copy down the purple color terms. Okay, so we follow the law. Okay, when we do logarithm, we have to follow the law of logarithm. Alright, so let's see, n is log 3 5x minus 7. Alright, so now let's copy down the log 3 5x minus 7, and then the base is 125, right? okay, and the power is 1/3. So now let's apply the law of logarithm. Okay, so use the law to do logarithm, follow the law. Alright, okay, so now let's say we copy down the purple color one is log 3, 5x minus 7 is equal to the base is 125, right? And the power is 1/3. So it looks like you are applying the right law, and you can simplify further before you apply another time of the law of the logarithm. So let's see, 125 1/3, 125 power 1/3, you should get the answer 5. So log 3, okay, let's continue. 5x minus 7 is equal to 5, right? Okay, so now 5, why I say 5 is 5 power 3 times 1/3. 125 is 5 power 3, okay? So now we have the log 3, 5x minus 7 equal to 5. Now we are having another times like just now. We have the base a, which is 3. We have the n, which is the 5x minus 7. And we have the x, right? So we use n equal to a power x. So 5x minus 7 is equal to 3 power 5, right? Okay, so we can solve the 3 power 5 plus 7. So 5x is 3 power 5 is 243 plus 7. So you have 5 x equal to 250, right? You can use a calculator to double confirm, and then you can solve the x, which is 250 divided by 5. So the answer for x is 50. So for this question is about arithmetic progression. The sum of the first n term is given by Sn equal to 9n minus 3n squared over 2. So arithmetic progression, sum for the first n term are the keywords. And you're asking to find the sum of terms from the 6th term to the 18th term. Alright, so from 6 to 18 terms, our formula is sum for the first n term. So you need to take sum from the 6th term to 18th term as sum for the first 18th term minus sum for the first 5 term, okay, not 6th term. Alright, I will explain to you. Now let's say we have AP. We have, let's say we got many terms. So we use a T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. After T5, maybe we can continue T6 and T7 and so on and so forth until maybe 18. If you want, you can write until T18. So now I want to explain to you what it means by sum for the first n term. So actually you need to sum up from T6 to T18. You need to sum from 6th term to 18th term. So but then we don't have the formula that can sum up from T6 to T18. Our formula is sum for the first n term. So we can find sum for the first 5 term. We have the formula. And we can find sum for the first 18th term. We can use the formula, the n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. That is actually sum for the first n term, alright? So you must understand the formula. So then you can say sum from the 6th term to 18th term is actually sum for the first 18th term minus sum for the first 5 term. Then only you can substitute the n into the formula, because the formula was given. Sum for the first n term was given. So you are not allowed to use a formula in the list, because you don't have a and d. Unless you can find your a and d, then okay, you can do that way. But I think why not you use this one directly, because you can find the answer directly. Just putting the n right? You can get the answer negative 390. Alright, that is about AP. I'm sure everyone can do. Alright, okay, from 4 students, you are studying AP this year and GP this year. Okay, so let's have a look for this one. It's about geometric progression. So you are having the R is 18 over 6 T2 over T1, and then you can say R is T3 over T2, but we will find the common ratio first. And then because the K is the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth term, alright, so the fourth term is AR4 minus 1, so you can substitute. The A is 6, the R is 3, and 4 minus 1 is actually the 3, right? So you simplify your answer. This one I'm sure everyone can get 2 marks easily, right? So your T4 is K. So answer K is 162. Let's see the next question. Diagram 6 shows the first 3 sets of square built from matchsticks. Okay, first 3 sets. Oh, okay, it sounds like arithmetic progression. Okay, arithmetic progression. So let's have a look. For the first one, you have 4 sticks. And the second one, you can try to count how many sticks. And the third one, you try to count how many sticks. Okay, so you have first 3 sets. So you can list out the first 4 terms actually. The one starting is 4, followed by, you can try to count. So I think is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay, 14, 15, 16. So you have 16 terms. Okay, so the second term is 16, and then the third term, you should know there's a difference of 12, so it's 28. So basically when you do AP or GP, you need to list out the first 3 terms, then only you can figure out the difference or the ratio. So the difference is actually 12. So then the question is asking you to find maximum number of set of square that can be formed using 580 matchsticks. Alright, so this one is about the sum, right? So because you need to add all the matchsticks, so we use a Sn equal to 550. Then you will use a formula n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, remember? Okay, so let's substitute. N over 2, 2a, a is 4, n is the one that we want to find, d is 12, is equal to 550. So then you try to simplify until you get a quadratic equation, and then you need to factorize to get the n, right? Okay, let's see how to expand. 12n minus 12 equal to 580, and then you try to simplify. You will have 12n minus 4, and then this is 2 times 580, so you get 1160. Finally, you need to have general form. 12n squared minus 4n minus 1160 equal to 0. And before you press your calculator, always simplify to the simplest form. Alright, so now you divide by 4, so you have 3n squared minus n minus 290 equal to 0. And then you can press your calculator to factorize, and your n must be positive integer, so the n is 10. Is the beautiful answer for the matchsticks, right? So that means you can actually figure out 10 terms of the matchsticks sequence in AP, right? Okay, this is the last question in my video. So let's see what the question 1. The price P in Ringgit Malaysia of an item And the quantity is x sold, follow the demand. Equation is P is 100 minus 1 over 4x. X is greater than 0 and less than 400. Okay, C, cost. The cost is in ringgit Malaysia. Produced X unit is C equal to square root X over 25 plus 600. Okay, assuming all the items produced are sold, you are asking to calculate. Okay, let's see what the question want to calculate. The cost C as a function of P, right? So that is one of the question. And then the cost for producing the item, if the price for 1 unit of the item sold is 36 ringgit. Okay, the way to solve is you write down the function P is 100 minus 1 over 4x. So the x is 400 minus 4p, right? And then you sub the x into the function C, and you can factorize 4, and square root the 4 become 2. So the simplest answer is 2 square root 100 minus p over 25 plus 600. And the last part is the selling price is 36. You substitute and you will get the answer. So the answer, if you press a calculator, is 600.64. Okay, my dear students, that's all for today's sharing. I really hope that my sharing do help you to improve your additional maths. Okay, keep on practice. You can do it. You can get A. I'm sure if you keep on practice from now, sure you can do well in your SPM exam. Till then, okay, I shall see you in my next video teaching. Bye bye and have a nice day. Bye.